All right, everybody, I guarantee your truck does not do this. Today on At Your Leisure, we are at one heck of an event where we are going to be taking you inside the world of what the Weekend on the Edge is all about. I'm your host, Stephen Human, and if your truck can do this, then you need to be here.
Then Corey Toon will take us for an ATV ride on an extensive trail system that is not the Paiute. You'll definitely want to pay attention because this one is right on our doorstep.
All I got to do is remember not to brake, and I'm taking this thing out. At Your Leisure is next. I don't know if you're going to find more horsepower than this. Welcome to At Your Leisure, everybody. I'm your host this week, Stephen Human, and this is Weekend on the Edge. I'm here with Jared Venz from Power Tech. Jared, what is going on this weekend?
Oh man, it's an exciting weekend. We have our Weekend on the Edge. It's our 9th year doing it. We have drag races last night. We did the dyno event this morning. Now we're over here at the sled pulls. As you can see behind me, great event. We're getting to see how much torque these trucks can actually pull this sled down the track. It's really a diesel event that shows how much horsepower and torque your truck can pull. So go from how fast you can race down the track to how much you can put down on the dyno to here to see how far you can pull this sled tonight. So
one thing that surprised me is that the viewers know I'm a geek. I don't understand the horsepower thing and the trucks and all of that. And so I came to this event really thinking that I wasn't going to enjoy it very much. But surprisingly, it's just been awesome. You know, it's kind of hard to describe. I figured that it would be something that would be like, oh, okay, you're gonna be pulling stuff. But there's something about the sound and the power behind them. Tell me about that.
Definitely. I mean, these guys, you know, they put a lot of money in their truck, a lot of pride in their truck. I mean, this is their kids. They want to make sure these trucks run great. The nice thing about it is you get those Ford, Dodge, and GM guys. It's like you get that crew. A guy wants to root for his Dodge, another guy wants to root for his GM. So it's a great event to, you know, really show who's going to be the top dog of the bragging rights for the year. So this is where they want to come out and show who can do it. So it's awesome.
All right, well, we're going to take you around Weekend on the Edge. We're going to meet the drivers. We're going to show you some of the behind-the-scenes thing that you may not have ever known about. So don't change that channel because At Your Leisure is here and it's all about horsepower. But right now, we've got to go off to our travel adventure. We're not going too far. Check this out. Thanks. And as always, if you want more information on our travel adventures, you can go to AYLTV.com. You can watch them again in high definition. We usually have extended versions of the stories. You can find all kinds of great information. So go online, check it out. Well, what I want to check out right now is why some of these drivers do this, what the experience is like to go out there, pull some of this stuff, and basically beat the crap out of your truck. So let's find out what this takes. All right, you just had a baby, right?
Yes, I am very lucky. My wife was very adamant that I could not come, but out of the luck of her heart, she let me come tonight to do my best and try to win my sled pull class.
And that baby was born, what, 2 days ago?
Thursday morning at 8:10 in the morning.
What have you done to your truck to make it a puller?
Just intake, exhaust, and tuner.
New motor.
We just strapped the front end just now, blocked the rear, and
Basically a whole new drivetrain on it.
that's about it.
No, I've done a little bit of work to it, but not a lot.
I'm here with Kenneth, and he's the owner of Wild Diesel and Wild Diesel 2. Now, this thing produces over 2,000 horsepower. When you're out there, what's going through your mind?
Hoping it stays together.
What's it like when something goes wrong?
Our first pull last season in Logan, we blew up a turbo, so we had a lot of flame coming out.
Now, it's a good-looking truck. What do you like about pulling?
Just the excitement to come out and compete and see what you can do with your truck. Just bring your truck out, whatever you've got, you know, your stock everyday driver, come down, talk to the guys, get teched in, and come hook onto the trailer.
Well, take me around the car. Show me some of the stuff here a little bit.
Let me show you. I'll start off with actually the cockpit area.
Okay.
We keep a hand throttle, and the reason why we use a hand throttle on these particular trucks because the track gets rough. You start bouncing, your pedal starts bouncing, your foot does. So this way we can control with our hands so we don't bounce because you'll lose control. We want to make sure that there's enough weight on the weight box here. There's roughly 2,500 to 3,000 pounds. We want to be able to go to the back of the truck, and we want you to go pick the back of the truck up because that's how you want the truck to teeter.
That's not happening. There you have it. You've got a 1995 Dodge engine that is definitely not a 1995 Dodge engine anymore. We got to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have a product review, and I guarantee it's not going to be as cool as this. Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. I'm Stephen Human, your host this week, and we are the Weekend on the Edge. And this is a great diesel event. We got a lot of horsepower. We got a lot of torque. We also have Darren Kinder Are you going to take this
I
out?
never get to do this product review?
I don't think people can buy this. I think they're going to have to make it themselves.
Yeah, well, you know, it's just a few horsepower, 2,000.
You know, the engine is not as loud as I expected it to be, though. I expected it to sound like the world was coming to an end when this turned on, and it doesn't.
You know, it sounds like a normal truck, just kind of dieseling away there, or a tractor, but I think when he opens up the full throttle, I think you'll hear it a little.
Well, since you can't product review this, what are we doing today?
We're going to go to Joe Davis. He's got some cool new gadgets for us to check out.
All right, here's Joe. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm your host, Stephen Heumann, and I am at Weekend on the Edge. This is a tractor pull, and these guys are trying to pull 300 feet on this sled, and sometimes they get further than others. And basically, they have 30 seconds to make it the 300 feet. Most of the time, they'll make it 250, 275, and they have different classes. They have an amateur class, they have a pro class, and they have what this is, which is sort of an in-between. And he made it pretty far. I think he made about 280, so that's nothing to shake a stick at. This is a great event, and we've been taking you around and showing you all the ins and outs and behind-the-scenes stuff. Now, after our Trailhead adventure, we're actually going to give you a closer look at the sled, and we're going to talk about the actual poundage that these guys are pulling. It's extremely impressive, and these guys are very skilled at how they do it because it can get pretty dangerous. So this has been a great event, and we've got more to show you. But right now, we've got to go to our Trailhead adventure. A lot of companies will do different team building exercises. We have one place that wants to build your team in a very unique way. Check this out. Well, if you'd like to find out how you can take your business to one of these team building events, then just go to AYLTV.com. You can find out all about it. Right now, I'm with Skylar, and this is the pull, right? This is what we're taking out, right?
Correct. Yep. This is what we call the weight transfer sled. This box will move down these rails. It's driven by a series of gears, transmissions, transfer cases. Okay. When it gets a little bit up, a little bit further, it'll hit some switches. It'll actually apply some pressure that pushes what we call the pan down into the ground, which is what creates the friction between the pulling sled and the dirt surface itself.
All right. Well, show me some of how this works, because for me, it's like, okay, well, it's obviously big, but you guys really make this as hard as possible to pull.
Absolutely, absolutely. For every class, we'll start at kind of what we call our work stock class, and we progress up through the higher classes, the more horsepower. Okay, so as you get to the end of the pole, once the weight box is all the way up at the top, we have a switch that'll actually kick the sled into neutral, so the box can no longer move forward. That pan will be pushed all the way into the ground, and you're looking at about 250,000 pounds of resistance sitting on the back of your truck.
Okay, 250,000 pounds is what some of these trucks are pulling tonight. I know we've already shown you some of them, but now knowing how much they're actually pulling is absolutely mind-boggling. Thank you so much, Skylar, for showing us this. We got to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have this week's giveaway winner. All right, well, next week's show is going to be awesome. Right now, I have Ron Knox, who's the president of the National Association of Diesel Motorsports. Now, if people want to come to events like this, how often do they take place?
Well, we have over 14 events like this nationwide. And in this area, we had one last month and one this month. We come out here occasionally, so you just have to go to our website, which is www.dieselmotorsports.us, and you can check the calendar there and find the one closest you.
Awesome. Now, if people see this and they want to participate, they can bring out their trucks and they can register and they can come, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you can take a street truck straight off the dealership. They set the sled where it's a real lightweight, and if you can pull a trailer, you can pull out here and enjoy the sport.
All right, well, there you have it. This is a sport that you may not have ever thought about, but I can tell you from firsthand experience today that it is a blast. So come out to one of these events, enjoy, and between now and the next time we get together, make sure that you get out with your family and friends and enjoy the great outdoors at your leisure. Let's see these guys pull some more. It's got all these trucks. It's just been a lot of, whoops. Can't say that on At Your Leisure. PAL, and they are the winner of